Across the Archdiocese of Washington, our teachers are doing an extraordinary job in education and faith formation, and we look for ways to say thank you. A family, Jack and Rhodora Donahue, found a way to do just that. The Golden Apple Award. In that great tradition of giving an apple to a teacher, we present the winners of this award with a golden apple. They also receive a certificate of recognition and a check for $5,000. Those chosen are selected by teachers, their peers, students, and by parents. All of this is a way of highlighting what we all appreciate so much: a great education by great teachers.
Senora Nahas is an absolutely amazing teacher. She's also a wonderful person. Senora Nahas is the person that's checking if every child has a lunch in the lunchroom. And if they don't, Senora Nahas is the one going to find something for them to eat.
I am teaching languages, I'm teaching Spanish, but not only to teach kids how to speak another language, it is to have an intercultural connection. Language comes with a culture.
She's very passionate about her students. She's very passionate about teaching. She wants to make sure that all her students do the best they can.
Senora Nahas makes it fun by reading books. She does this thing that she says, pie izquierdo, pie derecho.
There is a quote from Monsignor Romero that said that we need to be the microphone of God. So I feel that working in a Catholic school and doing that, I am being a microphone.
So her ability to teach Spanish is phenomenal. Her faith and her way of bringing faith to our community is extraordinary.
Beth Scrier, the epitome of what we want in a religion teacher in our Catholic schools.
My faith means a lot to me, and it always has. I look to Jesus a lot in my teaching and in my strength. You know, it's very difficult in this day and age especially to keep students involved with their faith and to help them to understand it fully. I try my best to do that.
She teaches us about our faith, of course. She brings a lot into it. She makes it fun to learn about Jesus. She does different activities, so I appreciate Ms. Scrier very much.
Under Beth's watch, it's been pretty amazing. We've had now 3 children and a number of parents who have converted to Catholicism. And I really believe it's because of how approachable she is.
She has, I think in her heart, a relationship with Christ, a great friendship with Christ. So she knows the person of Christ, and she's able to receive all of that grace. And there's something about that comes through.
I want to give them as much information as I can and as much spirituality as I possibly can. Guide them the right way, and that they can utilize that knowledge to carry them on throughout their lives.
We love you, Mr. Scrier!
Michelle Trust is one of those teachers that you wish you had all teachers like her. She is caring and compassionate about her children in her classroom, and she meets their needs and whatever it takes to do that.
She has a love of Jesus that shows through every action that she does, and because she has a love of teaching.
Mrs. Trust makes all the students laugh. She makes most of, if students are having hard times understanding a lesson, she comes and helps them.
The children are just the cream of the crop
they're the best. They make me smile. They were saying I make them smile, but this is a job I love, and I look forward to coming here every single day to do what I need to do.
She has creative lessons and active lessons. She engages them. They are happy to be in the class. Anytime you go in there, they are smiling and learning.
It's just a blessing that I have, and I'm just so glad and grateful to be able to teach here at St. Mary's Bryantown.
We love you, Mrs. Strauss!
I think Jennifer does a good job of modeling her Catholic faith for the children. She's patient. She is someone who is vested in the children. She's willing to share her faith, integrate her faith into the curriculum, and always willing to lend support to a new teacher.
Miss Massie is a really good teacher. She's able to incorporate the fun and the learning together, which makes me really feel like I'm learning stuff in class.
The words I would use to describe Miss Massie is incredibly thoughtful, very, very bright, and in tune and able to wear different hats depending on the individual child.
I just have this feeling, this call that God has put me here at this place to have the interactions that I have. I think it's about my making a difference in the students' lives and my colleagues' lives and the parents, but I also feel like it's the influence that they have on my life.
Miss Massie is by far one of the best teachers, I have to say. She's very hands-on, and if the students are having trouble, she will take time out of her day to make sure that she'll help the student.
I'm constantly thinking about my students and what can I do to make their lives better. And in turn, I think I get the greatest reward out of it.
We love you, Miss Massie!
My teacher is Miss Rexel, and she has just won the Golden Apple Award. And I think she deserves it because she's a great teacher and she's better than all the rest.
Her faith really shines through in her teaching, her love for the kids. Hannah really loves her faith, loves this school because she's an alum herself of this St. Mary's school.
I've always wanted to teach in a Catholic school, always. And St. Mary's second grade was what I wanted to do. I told my second grade teacher that one day I was going to have her job, and I was super excited about it.
As well as anyone, perhaps better, she differentiates. She has these little tables, these little, we call them kidney tables, and she and her paraeducator group the children by ability, and I think she has 5 or 6 groups for 25 kids, so these are really specialized groups. And she teaches the children on their level.
And when we're mad, she doesn't yell at us or screams. She just talks with us in the hallway nicely.
I would hope that they would know that I love them and I was tough on them because I want them to be good people.
Miss Hayes is very dedicated to her faith. She is dedicated to the mission of St. Philip's School. She brings a tremendous amount of energy every day to her job.
Miss Hayes is awesome because she always gives us fun activities. Also, she likes to give us no homework on Fridays.
Well, I've been very blessed to work here at St. Philip's. This will be my 7th year here, and teaching in Catholic school is more than just a profession or a career. It's really about a vocation and not only deepening your faith with Christ, but also being able to help others do that as well.
Nicole is a master teacher. I feel like I'm the luckiest principal in the Archdiocese because I have her working with us.
Miss Hayes lets us whenever we have a birthday, she lets us watch a movie while we eat our cupcakes.
I hope our students know kindness and know what it is to be a part of the Catholic Church, whether they're Catholic or not, and that they're really able to experience Christ's love for themselves and for all the people that they meet.
I started working with Justin 6 years ago when I came here as a theology teacher myself, and really was inspired by his faith commitment to the school, to the students, and more broadly, the type of work he did outside of school.
When he's teaching theology, you can tell that he just isn't checking the boxes, like what do they need to know. Like if you were to ask him a question like, how does the Pope process work, or something that's completely off of the actual curriculum, he would be able to give you like a full 10-minute answer.
I love teaching. I love teaching because I love teaching about Jesus Christ. Catholic schools are unique because we can really form the whole person.
Justin's a great gift. He's a man of faith. He walks a faith witness that is not only exemplary but inspirational.
You know, we're not his students anymore, but we're still a part of the same community, so he just texts up on us how he's doing. He sent us an email about his newborn baby, so we were all happy about that. He knows our birthdays. He sends us a bookmarker on our birthdays.
At the end of our lives, when we're before the Lord for judgment, we want to hear him say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant."
We love you, Mr. McClain!
I would describe him, Ken, as a man who is very much deeply in love with our Lord, with his church, and with his people.
He was the youngest person to be admitted to the diaconate program for the Archdiocese of Washington, so that's a great honor for Mr. Schreiber and for our school.
The chapel's here, the Blessed Sacrament's there. On the other side of that door is my classroom. So you're very easily able to get access to the grace of God in order to be a better teacher.
Mr. Schreiber, we would talk, and then if we'd have any questions, we'd raise our hand and ask him, and we could ask him anything we wanted to. He had no disregard to whatever we were saying. So we could ask him any question, and he would do his best to answer us honestly and do the best of his knowledge, but he was very open about answering all of our questions.
I did come from public school, so they don't really teach us theology, so the fact that I was able to be taught it by Mr. Schreiber especially and get taught the correct things about it was kind of an eye-opener.
In recent years, I've been able to say that we have so many seminarians from the school that sat in my sophomore theology class at one point. And I mean, my class was, I hope, one of the many things that made them consider to be open to their vocation.
We love you, Mr. Schreiber!
Michelle Morning is an exemplary instructional leader. She epitomizes that Christ-like behavior of let the children come to me and do not hinder them.
One thing I really admire about Miss Morning is she's a very strong woman. She has a voice and she makes it heard, which is, I'm a big champion of my daughters, that you need to speak up and be heard, and Miss Morning does that.
Right now we're learning about communion, and we learned about reconciliation. And she taught us all the sacraments that you can receive.
I want my students to take with them to the next grade. It's just an excitement for learning, to never think that there's anything that they can't do. We're so happy because in the second grade we have many conversions take place, and partly that is because of their training coming through, but I think it's the love that shines through with Mrs. Morning. It has deepened my own faith to teach in a Catholic school. I see it now when I take my son to church. I want him to be as excited about God and faith as I see it in my students.
For Judith, religion class is taught throughout the day. There's no question. She teaches religion, but it's incorporated in everything she does. The way she treats the students, the way that she disciplines the students, the way that she teaches them how to treat one another.
Children come first and are at the center of all that she does. Her lessons are beyond well prepared.
I try to think of all my students, all their different learning needs, their different learning styles. I want them to know that the yes part, yes I can do, what can I do, to always think in a positive way.
Miss Horn tells us after lunch and recess, she says that we can read a book at quiet time, and I like to read Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Miss Horn is a nice teacher and she makes learning fun for first grade, and we learn about new things every day.
She's not just a teacher, she's a mom to our kids, she's a friend to them, and she's one person you can go to. She understands what parents go through.
I'm vested in their education. I'm not just a teacher, I'm just all around. I want them to know that I'm here no matter what.
We love you, Miss Horn!
We have so much to be grateful for in our teachers. And so we gather simply to say thank you. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for the great service you provide all our children. May God bless you.